Welcome to the Louisville Art Association International Photography Show. I am your judge, Jesse McLaughlin. A little bit about me. I joined my local photography club here in Highlands Ranch about 10 years ago, where I met some great mentors that pushed me to become a better photographer over the years. I eventually became president of that club, and then president of Professional Photographers of Colorado, which is the state affiliate of Professional Photographers of America. I continued to learn at these last two organizations, earning the degree of Master Photographer and the classification of Certified Professional Photographer. I also established an art gallery in the Arts District on Santa Fe in Denver and ran that organization for about 4 years, where I hosted monthly art exhibits. So some or none of that is why I was selected to be your judge. Let me first start off by thanking the Louisville Art Association's board for guiding us through this whole process. They were met with so many challenges along the way, and they met each one of them with the true ethos of an artist. The show must go on. And now, thank you to everyone who entered into the call for entry, especially any first-timers. I know it's scary to put your work out there for others to judge. I didn't get any of my entries into my first competition. That first step, though, is the hardest and the most important. Competitions force you to be selective of your work. You actually have to take a step back and analyze your images and pick the best ones. You have to get them ready for judging by learning to save them in weird sizes, using terms like PPI. Then if selected, you have to get them printed using terms like DPI. Then you have to figure out what type of medium would enhance your image. Then you have to make a decision on presentation. Should you frame it or not? I strongly feel that the fastest way to become a better photographer is to enter competitions and receive critiques of your images from people outside of your family and your Facebook community. I think we ended up with 776 entries, narrowed down to 100 for the show. Once all the pieces were hung, I started my in-person judging. Rest assured that I did look at every single physical piece in person for this show. I judged them based primarily on the same 12 elements that we use in judging images at PPA. Impact, technical excellence, creativity, style, composition, presentation, color balance, center of interest, lighting, subject matter, technique, and storytelling. If you get a chance to walk around the exhibit in person, keep these elements in mind as you view each image. Learning to see these characteristics in other images will help you incorporate them into yours. What you are about to see are the awarded images, along with a brief explanation as to why I chose those images. Selecting the winners was not an easy process. Keep in mind that these are theoretically the best of 776. The majority of these photographs in this show could be a winner on any given day. Portrait of a Meerkat by Lauren receives an honorable mention. Lauren, your whole series were just fabulous. This one I particularly liked because of the expression on the meerkat's face. Really good job controlling the light and the processing. Just a phenomenal job on this one and with all of your other ones. That must be such a fun photo shoot when you get to do these. Congratulations. Dancing Peony by Marianne receives an honorable mention. Wow, what a great image. I really like that you've chosen to keep everything in focus and also felt the need to not add any texture overlays or anything to this image. Far too often, we'll see this image and it'll be like a, shot at f1.8 focused on a stamen or something, and then, allowed other things to go out of focus. But it's really nice to see the whole thing in focus. That's another whole skill set. I don't know if you just had a lot of powerful light and used like f22, or if you did, focus stacking. But yeah, really well done. Controlled the light really well. You've got highlights in the back and in the front, and you can really see the detail in the leaves or the petals. Yeah, it's just a really nice image, and the flow of it from the bottom left is bright, so that's where my eye goes, and then it kind of gets to explore and goes up to the top and kind of curves around up here, and then back into the center. So really nice. Say Hello to My Little Friend by Ashley receives an honorable mention. Now, this turned out great. First off, great choice of a large metallic piece for this. I haven't gotten into macro photography that much, but it's it's one of those ones that you might as well print it big if you're going to be doing this type of a thing. And it's amazing. These are so much fun to look around and kind of learn and inspect what these little guys look like. Just a world that we are not used to seeing, and just reminds us that there's so much more out there. Thank you so much for creating this image. I really like that it's kind of off skew a little bit, makes it a little bit more dynamic and gives them a little bit of character. It doesn't really have to be a scientific capture all the time. So, and plus the title helps with that. So just phenomenal shot. Thank you so much. Blanket of February by Richard receives an honorable mention. Nice job with this one, Richard. I'm really liking the composite work that you've done. The texture and the sky, the birds, the colors. It's harmonious. Everything fits together. A really good job with your digital work on this one. I like the canvas texture. I like that you've put it onto a plaque. And then also your presentation is phenomenal. I just love how you have this, this plaque, but also mounted onto these, salvaged wood boards. Really gives it a nice style, and I'm sure someone will be picking this one up. Really nice work. Congratulations. The Laugh by Ron receives an honorable mention. What an awesome photo. I'm assuming this was a street photography shot of this gentleman. Really nice composition. I like the choice of lens and the aperture, forcing that background to just go really soft. It really allows us to just focus on his face and his emotion. I love all of the detail in the beard and around his eyes. I mean, what we wouldn't give to feel like that. It's kind of hard not to smile when you see this guy. Up or Down by Gordon receives an honorable mention. Wow, Gordon, I really love this piece. I'm a huge MC Escher fan, and that's the first thing I saw when I saw this one. Your presentation was really nice. I liked your matting with the black stripe going around it. Um, you've got a great eye for architecture and for finding these type of things. Where most of us would see this scene. You captured this. It'd be fun to give this as a gift, and then just have the hanging options on the back on all four sides, and then come over to their house and see how they decide to hang it. Um, but yeah, I mean, great use of light and darkness, and nice black and white. Um, I just wish that the handrail here was in focus, and that you had a little bit more over here. So that would be my only recommendation, is maybe in the future take a couple of extra shots to your left and to your right and up and down, just so that when you get back in, you have material that you can add to it if you need to. But for a shot from the hip capture, this thing is stunning. Well done. Very impressed. Morning Trek to Water by Paul receives an honorable mention. What a great pano. This is probably a very hard situation to shoot in. These zebras are backlit. You get to see all that dust in the back being lit up. The zebras, you still captured some detail in the zebras rather than making them go to a complete silhouette. Just really well done. I also enjoyed your presentation. The double white mat with the black frame really made it give it a classic feel, and even like the metal, the metallic paper as a choice as the medium to print on. It really elevated those dust particles in that metallic sheen, and made everything just kind of glow, and hopefully that was how you saw it when you were there. So really well done all around. Thank you for sharing this image with us. Sunset in Greenland by Jerry receives an honorable mention. Wow, what an otherworldly experience it must have been to be there. I just love the colors, the sun casting on the iceberg, the blues and the shadows, and you can see on the tips of the iceberg the warm white sun, and then just the harsh blueness of the reflection of there's just the blue water all around you. The red sails really make the image pop. What a great capture. Congratulations. Blue ribbon winner Joseph Attanasio by Wesley receives an honorable mention. Man, your series was hilarious. This one particularly. I mean, with Alfred E. Newman right there from Mad Magazine. I mean, this is this is great. I only wish that the ear of the goat wasn't right over his eye. Um, but with the chicken and the boy's expression, his ears. Oh my God, these are adorable. I had no idea that people were taking pictures of this type of a scene. But this is great. I love this image. Congratulations. It must have been so much fun to do these shows. In the nature created category, we have first place for Long Eagle Peak Sunset by Hayden. Really nice. I think that you had a few more in this show as well, and they were almost equally as good as this one. You clearly have a great eye and know how to use your equipment. Either you're focus stacking or you're a master at the hyperfocal distance, but everything was tack sharp, even in the foreground, all the way out to the end. So well done all around. But this one I particularly liked. You've got a lot going for you here. I really liked the leading line here. That's the first thing that kind of grabs my eye. Just kind of comes in, leads you in here. There is something here that you can rest on. It's a little rock, or a large rock. You also have some repeating patterns in here that is really awesome. So this pattern here again, where this kind of sloping thing and then jaggy and shoots up, and then kind of mimics the same thing up here. Kind of slowly comes in and then shoots up. You have this fallen tree here, and then over here in the mountain you have this ridge. It's always nice to find these compositions in nature, because she provides them and they're always there. You just got to hunt for them, and you did a really good job finding this scene and capturing this shot. Another thing that's really nice with these landscape images is capturing a moment in time. I'm sure we know that you need to get out at certain the golden hour, sunset, sunrise, things like that. But also having the presence of mind to capture that light right as it hits the peak, so that you can tell that some effort was put into it. You got there and you waited, and you got the right light at the right time. Just a phenomenal shot. Congratulations. First place in the human-made category goes to Steve for building or art. Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's both, especially in this case. Very nice capture. I really like the lines here. Kind of gives me a Batman symbol type vibe. I like the way that you've kept the color in there instead of converting it into black and white. The purple kind of reflecting on the metal there is really nice. You have these leading lines kind of coming in, and just it just makes the image really dynamic, especially since it's shot at an angle. You can kind of see some perspective here leading out. It's a really nice piece. I really enjoyed it. Plus your presentation, electing to print this large and on metal, I think really suits the image. It's just all of these nice reflective material here in the actual photo, and then the way that you've displayed it too just kind of mirrors that. So just all around really nice. Thank you. Congratulations. First place for animals and wildlife goes to Kevin for Spring Rain. This is another phenomenal piece. All of them were great. It was really hard. But but the colors in this really pop. The focus on the leaves and the bird, plus the quick shutter speed to capture the rain droplets coming down, and then also having the presence of mind to put this light area in the background in front of the bird, kind of like you would for a portrait, kind of give someone a halo effect. And it doesn't look like it was added. You can still see some rain droplets coming through there. I mean, it could have been added, but it was really well done if it was. But these type of images generally come out better when you do take the time to set up your background. Find an angle where you don't have distracting elements in the back, and you can use some of the light that's there to help draw attention to your subject. And in this case, I think it was really well done. The shallow depth of field obviously helped as well. Just another great image. Thank you, Kevin, for submitting this. Congratulations on your first place win. Here we have the first place in the digital manipulation category. This is Inner Sanctum by Julianne. Wow, this is something. It reminds me of the artwork of Joan Moreau, the Spanish painter. Just the colors and just how chaotic it is. It's pretty awesome. I love the circles and then the straight line leading you right into the center. Just the color harmony with the blues and the yellows and the oranges and the greens. And I mean, obviously it's pretty easy to do color harmony when you got the primary colors in there, but I mean everything seems to really work and keeps me interested and just kind of draws me around and around. And it's just it's a really cool piece. I mean, like the Moreau pieces, I don't really want it to be explained to me. I think it's a lot of fun just to kind of look at it and come up with your own interpretations. And I don't want to know how you did it either, but it's really nice. Thank you so much for entering this. Here we have the first place selection for Alternative Processing by Diane. This one is titled Front Range, South Boulder. And I had to go in when I was on the cafe where you submitted your images and read the description about this. And I must say, I was really intrigued. So it sounded like you printed this on like a muslin or a canvas and then added some more fabric and hand stitched it in there to give you the lines and the shadows and the tree or the grasses and the little chain link fence there. It's really nice. I was intrigued, and I think it turned out great. Obviously, I awarded you first place. But yeah, looking at it. Originally just as a digital file and then in person to see how you finished it. And here's let me see if I can get this down. This is the finished product, and you can really tell that it's fabric because of the mounting. You kind of get some ridges and some ripples here in the fabric, and it looks really nice. I like the mat that you chose. Has the orange core there to kind of brings out a little bit more color out of it, and the frame really goes with the whole theme of the piece. So, very, very well done. Congratulations on first place. First place in the still life or abstract category goes to Mike for Crosley. What a great image of an old clock radio. I really like the lighting choice that you did here. It gives me these shadows down here versus if you were to have the light behind the camera, everything would just be flat and I wouldn't really be able to tell how much depth there is here. I like that you have put the dial this way so my eye gets to explore the circles, and the 1010 dial on the watch face is a nice touch as well. Very good job controlling the light on a very difficult metallic surface with these bezels. Just well done. You've shown a mastery of lighting and just a really good still life. Thank you for sharing it, and congratulations on your first place win. In the people category, we have first place for Joaquin by Ron. Wow, this is, you had a lot going for you in this image. It's such a powerful subject and a powerful angle. I really enjoyed the way that you shot him looking up at him to give him a sense of power, and it was also hung very high in the show as well, and that also gave him a lot of power. So that was really nice. The lighting, you have a nice kind of Rembrandt lighting going on here with the kind of the shadow or the light in the shadow from your softbox coming over from this direction. It's it's so soft that it almost looks like window light. It's really nice. Just a great portrait with some vignetting going around. I also really enjoyed your presentation. The simple double matte with the black frame, really makes it a classy a portrait. Just really well done. Thank you so much for submitting this. Wow, Stephen. What a great job with Underfoot. I mean, I don't think Walt Disney could have drawn a better caricature of this scene. I mean, just look at the facial expressions. The mother has this little Mona Lisa smile here. You really don't really know exactly what she's thinking, but you kind of do. And then these two cubs here. I mean, this one with his little scowl, like he just got beat up or something, and then this other one is just hanging in there with the mom, and you captured them both with each of their feet up. Just nice job, cleaning up any distractions. Also, I think it's a good idea to leave some stuff in there to give a sense of scale, show their environment a little bit. But yeah, just really well done. I mean, these little faces here, that's just great. That's kind of what took it over the top and just made me have to go with the best of show. So, well done.